Hello everyone, Dr. Melissa Leedy here from Legacy Counseling Service in Broken Arrow. Today I am making this video at the request of a friend of mine who asked me how she could start loving herself more. And my first thought was, oh man, there is no way that you could address that in a video. That's like a whole course of treatment. But then I started thinking about some of the things that we tend to do that we could maybe, easily start to change to at least start to like ourselves more, and hopefully that turn into love. So I'm going to give you some 3 tips today that I've been thinking about. So the first one is to notice the harsh and critical things that your mind tells you, and to also notice some of the standards that you have for yourself that might be too high or too unrealistic, or that you apply for yourself but not to other people. So we can be really compassionate towards other people, offer them a lot of grace, have a lot of realistic expectations for people based on what's going on in their lives. But then when it comes to us, we say, well, I should be able to do this better, or, I should be able to handle this better. So the second thing is to use kind words to yourself. Your mind is going to naturally bring up a whole bunch of negative stuff. I think there's a stat out there, like 80% of our content of what we think about is negative. So that's just kind of a normal thing that will happen, is your mind will bring up a lot of negative stuff, and you notice it, you let it float on by. And then the second thing you do is you're very intentional with patting yourself on the back and telling yourself, gosh, that was really a good thing that I did, or I did that job very well, or I'm proud of the way that I handled that situation. I'm not saying you need to be arrogant about it or prideful, but you also, you need to be realistic that there's going to be some things that you don't do well, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that you do very well, and you need to remind yourself of those things. Third thing is to develop a book of evidence. So this book of evidence is not my brainchild, but actually the brainchild of a therapist business coach named Jo Muirhead, who is in Australia. But she started this idea with clients, and now she shares it with business owners in mental health. And the idea of it is that you literally have a book, and every day you write in that book things that you did well, things that went well. You tape thank you cards that you received in there, but you need to develop kind of hardcore evidence to help you fight all those negative thoughts. You have a balanced, realistic view of yourself. There's going to be things you do great, things you suck at. That's just how it is. And if we put too much weight on the things that we're not doing great, or we feel uncomfortable with, or whatnot, that's just an inaccurate representation. And sometimes you need some good old reminders from your book of evidence of what you're doing well. So those are 3 things. Let some of the negative stuff go. Notice that you're doing it. Let it go. Say nice things to yourself, and then develop some kind of book of evidence that you can go back to. And when you do that, I think you will start to like yourself more, appreciate yourself more, and hopefully love yourself more. So hope that helps. Stay in touch. Bye.